In 1921, members of the Osage Nation were found mysteriously murdered, initiating an investigation that became one of the most notorious crimes in American history. The murders, now known as the Killers of the Flower Moon, took place in the Osage Hills of Oklahoma. The Osage Nation, having been relocated to the area, had been able to accumulate vast amounts of wealth from their oil holdings. These wealth-making opportunities had also made them targets for outsiders seeking to capitalize on their misfortune. The Osage quickly grew suspicious of outsiders in their midst, and eventually, their suspicions were confirmed. A secret conspiracy among local ranchers and businessmen had come together in order to steal the Osage's oil wealth, and to eliminate anyone who posed a threat to their scheme. The killers, some of whom were related to the victims by blood, systematically murdered their targets one by one in order to conceal their crimes. Multiple murder victims included family members of the Osage, as well as prominent members of the community. Law enforcement officers believe the killings to have been part of a larger plan to take control of the vast mineral rights that belong to the tribe. In response to the murders, the Bureau of Investigation, now known as the FBI, was sent in to investigate the deaths and apprehend the perpetrators. The investigation uncovered a vast criminal conspiracy involving politicians, lawyers, ranchers, and even Native Americans, all working together to steal the Osage's oil wealth. The investigators were able to identify a number of suspects and brought them to trial. Despite their best efforts, no one was ever convicted of the murders, and the Killers of the Flower Moon remain a mystery to this day. In the decades since, the Osage Nation has maintained their calls for justice, and have sought to bring closure to the crimes of the past. In recent years, the FBI reopened their investigation of the Killers of the Flower Moon in an effort to finally bring closure to the families of the victims. The investigation has uncovered new evidence, but has yet to reach a resolution. The events have inspired books, films, and other forms of art, which has in turn served to keep the story alive and draw attention to the injustices of the past. The Killers of the Flower Moon stand as an enduring reminder of the cruelty and greed that can drive people to commit horrible acts. It has highlighted the importance of speaking out against injustices, and of standing up for the vulnerable. Today, the Osage Nation continues to fight for justice and recognition, both in the courts of law and in the court of public opinion. Their legacy will remain as long as their story is remembered. The Killers of the Flower Moon serves as a reminder to us all to never be complacent in the face of injustice, and to ensure that those who perpetrate such crimes are brought to justice. The story of the Osage Nation and the Killers of the Flower Moon serves as a cautionary tale, and a reminder that every single person has an essential role to play in the fight for justice. The events of the Killers of the Flower Moon are remembered with sadness, as they represent a time in history when innocent lives were taken in pursuit of greed and power. The enduring legacy of the Killers of the Flower Moon stands as a testament to the strength and resilience of the Osage people, and serves as a reminder to fight for justice for all.